Okay, I think this is the last video of the day because I am exhausted. I think I filmed over 3 hours of footage and I'm gonna have a lot of videos to edit, especially 15 to 14 minutes worth, because yeah, like these videos are gonna be so long and Kimber girl keeps popping in on them. I don't know why. She keeps interrupting me when mommy's trying to film. Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. This is going to be a why I want to breastfeed kind of video. I don't know if I'm going to put this as why I want to breastfeed or my plan to breastfeed or what I plan to do to breastfeed. I've been reading a lot of stuff on breastfeeding, so I'm not a pro at this. I'm not a lactation specialist. I have not taken lactation classes, but all the stuff that I have been reading and digging into, I have somebody that like works with Lamaze and stuff like that, and they tell me there's really nothing else they can teach you. Like, there's no secret little formula, there's no secret way. You really don't know if you can or cannot breastfeed till it happens. But I did want to put some kind of video to, like, an expectation versus reality video. So this is my expectation. This is what I expect of it to go. And if y'all think it's funny, just put haha, hell no, or yeah, that's what everybody says, but really blah. But I just want to me it's all about growth. So I might post this video and be so ignorant in what I say, but I'm gonna come back to this video and learn from it and kind of come back and say why I couldn't breastfeed or how I breastfed and what I didn't or did do and what I learned from it. So this is like more of a documentation of me expecting to hopefully breastfeed when I give birth. And if I can't breastfeed, I'm gonna make another video why I couldn't breastfeed. And if I could breastfeed, I'm gonna tell you how I was successful at it and if I followed any of the things I'm gonna say in this video. So I'm a little nervous about it. A lot of people do say that breastfeeding is kind of like a gamble. A lot of people, of course, want to breastfeed because it's free. A lot of people prefer to breastfeed because it's free. It's a nice little emotional attachment you have with your baby. You're actually feeding and providing for your baby yourself. Like, a lot of people, when they can't breastfeed, they feel like that they're like less of a mother, and that's not true at all. And that's not, if I understand a fed baby is the best baby. That's what my friend told me. She's like, just remember, just feed your baby. Your baby needs food. So if you can't breastfeed, don't sit there and starve your baby trying to breastfeed. Just get some formula in the meantime. If you're just trying something different out, just put the baby on some formula for a few days and then try to come back to it later, if that makes any sense. Don't try to force your baby to breastfeed, is what I'm being told. So I think that's what a lot of mothers need to remember. A fed baby is the best baby. I don't think there's any mom shamers out there anymore that shame moms for using formula, because I think there used to be a lot, you know, a couple of years ago, because formula was very frowned upon. It's very new. Apparently it has like sugar and stuff in it. A lot of moms that I know have a hard time even on formula because they say like some of the formula the baby just does not agree to, and you know, some moms even have to like go to the doctor and tell them like they can't breastfeed, they can't even do a formula, so the doctor has to put them on some special thing that I don't know of right now, but we'll cross that bridge if we ever get there. But if you are a mom that had trouble breastfeeding and feeding your baby formula, comment down below what happened, tell your story, and maybe somebody or me can learn from it. So I have been told you can take a bunch of vitamins for breastfeeding, and that they have like special lactation foods and snacks that you can actually take to help you produce more milk, or to help you even just produce it at all. I was told that fenugreek is a really highly recommended vitamin for breastfeeding. I was told go on Amazon and there's like breastfeeding vitamins or breastfeeding accessories or breastfeeding snacks or something like that, and they'll have like these pill bottle looking things that are like have vitamins in them, and they'll have fenugreek, and there's other vitamins that you can take that apparently help produce milk. There's these things that you put in your coffee apparently, like if you're a coffee drinker, they have like these little lactation packets that you put in your coffee, and I don't know if it sweetens it or anything like that, but when you drink it and stuff, it gives you all the nutrients and vitamins and stuff for you to breastfeed, and it's supposed to like help produce more milk for you. They also have like little cookies, brownies. They have a lot of breastfeeding stuff like that. To me, it kind of sounds like gimmicky in a way. It sounds like some, you know, it's not like there's a magic pill to make me lose weight. So how is there a magic pill to make me lactate? That's what I don't get. And there's a reason why that thing rhymes, because I don't get it. And I'm going to try everything that I can so I can breastfeed, because I really want to breastfeed, because not only is it free and it has a bunch of benefits and stuff, I just want to be able to say that I could breastfeed, because it's almost like it's normal to not breastfeed nowadays, which it's pretty much normal not to breastfeed nowadays. Again, you know, it's kind of like periods. It's almost normal to have irregular periods than it is to have regular periods, and now it's almost normal not to breastfeed than it is to breastfeed. So I don't know why there's still apparently mom shamers out there that shame moms for using formula. Again, fed baby is the best. Like, fed is best. And also, if I'm not able to produce enough milk, I would at least like to try and just keep trying to breastfeed, and if that doesn't come out as well as I think it will, I will feed her formula in between, but still try to breastfeed her, because I heard that some women can produce milk, but it kind of takes, it doesn't happen on the first day. Like, they'll get the colostrum that the baby needs, but after that it's like they can't feed the baby anymore, and so they have to go back and use formula. But then like the next feeding they can breastfeed again, and it just builds up from there. It doesn't happen in a day, so you kind of have to go back and forth from breastfeeding and formula. But I also heard that that can actually hurt the baby's stomach, because you're constantly changing, because it's like two separate things. I know that there's stories of moms that actually breastfeed, or they actually pump milk way before their baby's born. So I've heard that there's women out there that like 2 or 3 weeks before their baby's born, they're actually sitting at home with breast pumps pumping, because their breasts are already forming and lactating and stuff. And right now I actually have a little bit of signs of me lactating, which is really good, and I hope it stays that way, and I hope it keeps progressing, because I want to say about a week ago Josh pointed at my shirt and was like, "You're leaking." And I looked down and there was like just a little tiny little spot right on my nipple, and I was just sitting in bed doing nothing. I believe that like maternal instincts are very like real, because if a baby's crying, I cannot stand the baby to be crying, but I'm pretty sure if my baby starts crying, I'm going to be like, hush, like go to bed, because my family was like born and raised on tough love. My mom will sit there and coddle somebody else's kids before she does it to her own, and I'm kind of the same way. I'll spoil somebody else's dogs, but when it comes to my dogs, I'm really harsh on them, because I love my dogs. I don't love anybody else's dogs. I love my dogs, and I'm going to do what's best for them and what I want for them. is what's gonna happen. I'm not going to coddle them to where like they get so dependent on me. I want them to be independent, good behaving puppies that mind. And that's how I want my, well, I know my baby's not gonna be a puppy or a dog, but she will have a more strict schedule, more strict behavioral, and she'll have more of a moralistic, strict lifestyle. But I'm not going to be a helicopter parent, and a lot of people say that I am because like how I am with other people's kids, but again, I am more coddly and nicer to other people's dogs than I am my own. And I think it's the same way. I think it's gonna be the same way with other people's kids. I'll spoil and love on my nieces and nephews, but when it comes to my kid, I feel like I'm gonna be a little bit more stricter because it's my kid and I need our kid to be on a schedule and to, you know, be in mine and Josh's lifestyle, if that makes sense. Because other people have different lifestyles and me and Josh have our own lifestyle. So if our baby needs to be to bed early so we can have a good night's sleep, that's what's going to happen. If our baby has to go to bed late because we sleep in the next day, then that's how it's going to be. Which I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to be. My baby probably won't go to sleep till later, but I do want to try to get her to go to sleep earlier and wake up earlier, because I go to sleep around like 10 o'clock, but my friend said that she has her baby on an 8:30 to 9:30 kind of schedule, and I think that schedule is going to work best for me too, but it's not my child. Her child is obviously different than my baby, and when I breastfeed, never know. And between my schedule with the dogs and my schedule with cleaning and cooking and stuff, I don't know exactly how it's gonna go, but I don't want my baby to have such a late schedule to where when she finally goes to school, she can't wake up early, because she was pretty much born to wake up late in the day. So I will try, for her sake, for her to wake up early. And a lot of people say, well, your baby's gonna wake up early anyways, because like that's what kids do. They wake up early, butt crack of dawn, just to start messing everything up. And I feel like, I don't know, never know. We won't, again, we're not gonna cross that bridge till we get there. This is kind of like my expectation right now, and I'm probably gonna come look back on this video and laugh at every single part of it. And when I finally make a reality, like what actually happened video and what really goes on in my day-to-day life, I think I'll be like, girl, you had no clue. Which I don't have any clue. I don't know what it's like to have a kid. I only know what it's like to have like my nieces and nephews over at the house, but I don't know the behind the scenes, what parents actually go through with their kids. Like, I've heard stories, I've heard really scary stories. Like, one time I actually experienced being locked out of the house with my brother and sister-in-law, or Josh's brother and my sister-in-law. Me and them, or we were all talking outside, and we're like, okay, well, let's go inside to get, like, you know, to go to the bathroom and get some drinks or whatever. And I go up to the door and I'm like, do one of y'all have the keys? And they're like, why would I need a key to my house? I'm like, because it's locked. And it turns out their son locked all the doors and pretty much stayed in his back room and was just chilling back there. And Damon had to go back at the window and bang on the window to tell the kids to let us in. And they were just all clueless, had no clue what was going on. Like, why are y'all out there? Why don't y'all come inside? And I was freaking out because I'm like, your kids are in the house alone and the door's locked. What if they burn the house down? And they're like, it happens all the time. I'm like, what? I was like, your kids literally locked themselves in the house 24/7? Y'all don't leave an extra key outside or anything? What? But it happens. That's what parenting is. And there's a lot of stuff that we don't know, or that I don't know about parenting, that a lot of parents do know, or parents that actually don't tell anybody because it's probably not ethical. Like some parents giving their kids Benadryl just so they go to sleep at night. I know some parents that actually do that, and I think my mom actually did that with me. She was like, you weren't going to sleep, you were all crazy, so I gave you Benadryl. And I was like, apparently when the baby comes out, like some people's bodies, like once that baby touches them, it's like milk just comes out. Like I've heard stories about once that baby hits their skin, it's like lactating. And then, or not literally lactating, it's gonna be like colostrum or something. But a lot of women say like as soon as that baby hits your skin, it's like full on, you better start eating. And a couple of days ago, I was actually like, I took my bra off for the day, and I noticed like my nipples felt a little weird. So I was like literally tilting them up, and there was like white little spots in them. And I looked it up on online, which you should not Google anything, but this time when I looked up on Google, I looked up I looked up crusty nipples or whatever, or third trimester crusty nipples or whatever, and it said that like, I don't know exactly what it said. Hold on, let me tell y'all. I looked up, again, you should not Google anything, but there are really reliable stuff, like as long as you're on the what to expect or the bump or any like pregnancy forums like that are actually like have doctors and certified nurses on the forums to actually tell you if it's normal or not. A lot of people, even at 22 weeks, they say that they have like these crusty little bits on their nipples, and all it is your body will leak colostrum. Mine was like, when it leaked, it was literally like that big, like as big as the end of this pin. Like it was just a little bitty drip as big as the size of the end of my nipple. It was like a little bitty dot of where my nipple was, and literally the next morning I noticed that it was all crusty and stuff. It's going to be a lot of like trial and error for me, I guess you could say. I don't have a set plan, but I do plan to breastfeed, and I hope that I can follow through with my plan. A lot of people say that it hurts, but when I talk to people that have breastfed and that know exactly how it should feel, they're like, it should never hurt ever. Like if you're breastfeeding, you need to latch off and re-latch the baby. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope it helps somebody out there, and hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye.